Okay, so we're going here now. So we're going to start in fish pose tonight. So, what's fish? So fish is where you could either choose to use a bolster if you have one, or two blocks, or one block with something for the support of your head. So I use my cushion for my head. Your legs will come out long in front of you. And then you'll take, if it's just a block you have, you can choose what side. I usually choose the second side. We want it hit right between the shoulder blades, and then the head needs to rest on something so that you're not dangling. And if you find the block too hard, I have a few extra props up here I can share too. So I'll just come around and make sure everyone is set up. Oh, maybe people already have the props. Very good. Okay. Yeah. So you might want.
Back or pillow or something? Or,
Well, what
because that I could do for my head, but I need something soft for the back.
okay, see if you can put that might be too high. So the bum is on the floor. So notice if you have your bum up on a block or bolster. Is that okay, Michelle? You can just start
Not
flat.
so much.
So why don't you just start flat?
Okay.
Take the back bend out. There you go. And then think about space. So nice wide stance between the legs. Let the feet flop. Let your palms turn up by your side and slide them out away from your hips. And if you're touching anything, if there's clothing or the wall, just see if you can find a way so there's nothing touching. You're just out in space. And then notice if you're holding yourself a certain way. So if you're lifting your hips or clenching the glutes, the quads, and the shoulders, are they just lifting it all? Let them melt. Let them melt down and back around whatever's between your shoulder blades. Notice your face and the muscles in your jaw, your lips, your cheeks, around the eyes, the forehead. Begin to let go physically into our yin practice. And sometimes it's just drawing awareness to certain places in the body that you do not even know you're holding on to or causing more tension or stress. So we'll continually check in to see where you're holding yourself. If you haven't already, just begin to notice your breathing. And for now, just narrow the breath to come in and out just through the nose. But no need to alter it. Let your body breathe. We're not here to work, we're here to rest. Together, breathe in, and together, breathe out. Inhale deeply, and exhale completely. Do it again. Fill up. Hold that one in. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth. Let it go. Just for one more minute, we lie here. We just breathe in and out. So not only are you physically here to let go, it's also a bit of a process of letting go of whatever story, whatever thoughts we're stuck on, whatever's been happening in your life. And it's literally 75 minutes that you can start to practice taking breaks from ourselves, from our thoughts. So we practice being present to what's here in front of you. And one way we do this is to stay attached to that breath. But there'll be many, many times throughout the 75 minutes that you'll break away with a thought, then we'll get stuck on the thought. It becomes a reel. We start kind of diving deeper into the thought. And the only work you have tonight is to notice when that happens. Remind yourself of why we're here. Take a breath and come back to the sensations you feel in your body and just watch your body breathe. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Bring one hand to the back of your own head. We'll lift your chin to your chest so your eyes start to look towards your toes. Other hand will press into the floor. You can come straight up if that works, and if not, roll a bit to the side, then come up. Come up to seated. Take maybe what you have behind you. We'll bring it out in front of you, coming into butterfly legs. So fish is a back bend. We're going to counter that with a forward bend. And tonight's practice is really a travel through the body. So we're going to get a bit of everything tonight. So right now we'll get a forward fold, but we'll also open the hips, the inner thighs. So you're in charge. You get to choose how much do you want to feel in this. The tighter you bring in those heels towards your body, the more you're going to feel in those inner thighs. Need something more gentle tonight? Make more of a diamond shape. When you're ready, with an inhale, you'll reach your arms up. Hinging out from your hips, you'll fold out towards those feet with your chest. When your body starts to resist, pause there. Drop your arms, drop your head. If you have the props, you can rest your forehead on a bolster, maybe a block. We now just come into the back side of your body. So notice if it's already happening. What are you thinking about? What's showing up? Your body's here, right here in front of you. This is a conversation, time to get to know you, to dive a little deeper into how you're really feeling, what's showing up physically. So just keep returning when you wander off. As time goes on, notice if sensation changes. Can you lead with your chest, find more length in your spine, and then maybe fold even deeper for these last few moments in the pose. We stay, we breathe for one more minute. Taking 3 more breaths. One full breath in, softening into the shape as you exhale. And then slowly start to lift the head, the shoulders coming up and out of the posture. Reach down for the outside of your knees and just help your knees together so you plant your feet on your mat. Just walk your hands about a foot behind your hips. If the wrists are okay, pointing the fingers towards your toes. And then just start to wiper those legs side to side. We just want to get the blood flowing back in those legs and the hips. Taking a bit of movement before we're still again. Eventually, when you feel ready, you'll just swing those feet behind you. Come on to all fours, tabletop. At tabletop, you'll widen your knees as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Child's pose, just sink those hips straight back. So I'm aware sometimes child's pose can bring any irritation to the knees or ankles or feet. So if this is something that happens with you, know you could lie on your back, knees to chest. Props can be handy in this one. If your forehead doesn't touch the floor, find something to rest your forehead on. If there is pressure in your knees, know sometimes rolling up. We used to do socks when we were in training, but if you have anything like a sweatshirt and you bring it behind the knees, it just creates a little space. Or if your bum's high in the air, bring a block between the glutes and the heels. Bring your awareness to your shoulders, your chest. See how you're holding yourself up and see if there's a way to let it go. Most of these postures tonight are about 5 minutes long. So the support of the floor props makes a huge difference. Try not to just get through. We're not here to force this. We want to feel supported in all the postures. Have you drifted off? Where have you gone? Notice that thought. Trust me, if it's important, it will come back. And if not, we just let it go and return back to the body and your breath. Just gentle reminders to be here. There's your halfway mark. Just keep choosing your breath. Last 90 seconds. If you start to struggle in a pose, deepen your breath. We're almost there. Just 5 more breaths. Okay, take a full breath in together. Open your mouth, maybe let it hit the floor. Tabletop. So if you're on your back, maybe just roll to one side, come up, hands and knees. Let's get off your poor knees, tuck those toes under, lift those hips high, downward facing dog. And if down dog's not an option, maybe just tabletop, a little cat and cow here. But those that are in down dog, take your dog for a little walk. Just get those ankles moving, those feet, those knees. Maybe a little sway of the hips, if that makes sense too. And you just work out any kinks, right? Sometimes my feet fall asleep in child's pose or my shins. We just wake things up before we get quiet again. Here we go. Find stillness in your downward dog. Anchor your hands, spread your fingers wide. Take a full breath in. Do the same with your feet. Press those heels low. Take one more breath like this. Let the head hang low. Now lift your right leg high and step your right foot to your right hand. Drop your left knee low. Yes, there's a dragon in the sequence. So we take, this will wake you up, Maggie. So we take something of cushioning under the left knee. We bring things out in front of us that we can either rest our hands on or drop our forearms on. Some might choose to go all the way to the floor. And while I'll talk, I'll start your time so it doesn't start after I talk. So the important thing here is your left knee, that we don't do any really weight bearing directly on the kneecap. So we slide that left knee as far back as you can so you're more on the meatier top, the bottom of your quad. Toes are untucked. It is a stretch for the top of the foot, just like we did in child's pose. Then it really helps if you can stack bone on bone. So your knee, your right knee is over your right heel. So notice if your knee's past your toes or way behind your toes. Shift your hips down and forward, so then say hello to your hip flexors, your quad. Can you drop your head low? This is not about upper body. So if you start to fatigue in the shoulders, the arms, bring more props in. If you need a couple more blocks, let me know. This can also be modified on your back. I can bring you a strap and you can do half happy baby. Always an option. There's always something for everybody. We just have to figure out what we all need. Do that body scan. How are you holding yourself? What are your thoughts around this one? Let it go. Just choose your breath. Stay with your body. Like everything, there's always change, right? Is there change happening? Is this getting easier? Is it getting more difficult, challenging? So you dial up the breath to match what you're feeling, or dial it back. We're already past that halfway point. If you start to fidget and move, ask yourself if it's necessary or is it a distraction? If it's awkward, let it be awkward. If you love it, wonderful. Either way, it's the same answer. We breathe. You're into your final minute. Five breaths. Deepen those last two. And it's done. Hands under the shoulders. We lift the upper body up first. You'll tuck your toes under on the left foot to get the knee up. Then just step back to tabletop. If you want down dog, go for it. Just take a little transition here from table or down dog. So just like we did last time, maybe a little cat and cow if you choose hands and knees, or a little walk the dog if you choose downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and just let it go. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you chose down dog, drop back to your knees. And then everyone drop to your forearms. Straighten your legs out behind you, coming into Sphinx. So we take a little interlude here. You're welcome. Before we go to the other side, right? So we just take another back bend. So this is just like fish, but now you're on your belly. So we want to stack the forearms underneath or out in front of you. They're parallel, elbows under the shoulders. So there's that bone on bone. Send your toes far back behind you, so think length. And then press into the forearms to lift your chest away from the floor. If you need a little extra support for the neck, drop your chin or to your chest, bring your block under your forehead. Notice where your shoulders are in relation to your ears. See if you can lift your ears away from your shoulders and sort of broaden across your chest, so your collarbones, and let the shoulders roll down and back a bit. Where is your attention right now? Is it here? If not, take a breath, begin again. We're just practicing. So we're just approaching that halfway mark. If you want to stay here, this is perfect. You don't need more. If you like seal, some find this seal is easier than Sphinx. You rotate your hands to the top corners of your mat, and then we go a little higher up, so you just straighten your arms, take the bend out, and just try it on, see if it fits. If it doesn't, go back to Sphinx, and you can always work between the two. So there's 2 more minutes here. Are you making it more work than it needs to be? How are you holding yourself? Let the face soften, let the breath be. "60 seconds." Five breaths, deep, smooth breaths. Here we go together. Take a breath. Open your mouth wide, just let it go. So my seals drop to Sphinx first. And then everyone from Sphinx, wing your elbows out to the sides, make a pillow with your hands, and drop your chin to your chest. Rest your forehead on those hands. A nice way to release your lower back here is to bend your knees, bring your feet up. And just like we did seated, we kind of wave our legs just side to side. Just to open up, wake up that lower back. When you're ready, the feet land back on the floor, hands slide under your shoulders. We're going to press straight back up to tabletop. And just for a brief moment, child's pose to release that back even a little more. Not here long. We're going to do a little bit of breath work in this one. So take a big breath in through your nose and just sigh it out through your mouth. And then we're going to breathe in for 5. So next inhale, it's in for 1, 2, 3. It's big. 4, 5. Hold it. Release for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. Again, inhale big. 1, 2, 3, 4. See if you can make it to 5. Let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One deep inhale. Let it go. Tabletop. Downward facing dog. And no, I didn't forget. Lift your left leg high. Breathe in. Second lunge. Step through as you exhale. So the wider you step to the left, the more space you can create to bring in your shoulders, your arms to the inside of your left foot. Slide that right knee back. Make sure it's happy. It feels supported. And if anyone's doing these on the back and you want a strap, just give me a wave. I'll bring you a strap here. So if you are on your back, think the shape of the lunge so your knee is bent and the sole of the foot is up towards the ceiling. And then the knee draws down towards your ribs, so like a half happy baby. For those that are in the dragon, drop to your forearms, stay on your hands. Just go into that place of resistance, but nothing more. Robin, do you want a strap?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Stay with your body, your breath. You get to learn a lot about yourself and how you respond to challenge too, right? Difficult moments. And notice if you're one that just wants to go elsewhere so you don't feel what's ever happening. So we're an avoider, right? We avoid it. And then there's some like myself, I'm just committing and I'm going to stay whether it hurts or not, right? And that's not good either. So we try to practice finding that medium, that happy medium between the two. So just draw each breath in and out. Of course, we don't stay if it does hurt, we leave it behind. But if you're an avoider, just welcome the sensations in. Try to soften into the experience. You're midway there. Last 90 seconds. Sixty seconds to breathe. When you think you can't stay, you stay, you take that next breath, and then ask again, do I need to get out? Or what if I just stay for one more breath? Here we go. Take a full breath in, a full breath out, and it's over. Bring your hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes under on the right foot. Slide back to tabletop or downward facing dog, you choose. Whatever you choose, welcome a bit of movement, whether it's cat-cow again, or maybe hip circles, or a little bit of pedaling again to get that blood flowing. You know your body best. I trust you'll take the movement that makes sense for you. If you're unsure, just always try one of the suggestions and see if it works. And if not, try the other. Okay, this will bring a bit of relief, hopefully. My intention is relief. So separate your feet if you're in down dog as wide as your mat. And if you're not in down dog, just come there for a moment. And then walk your hands towards your feet into a standing ragdoll at the back of your mat. So we come into the back of the legs now. We clasp elbow to elbow. We frame our head with our arms. If anyone has any back issues, know you could rest your elbows just above your knees. So the knees are bent here. But to the degree that you feel the back of your body. For some, it might mean a lot of bend. And for others, it could mean very little. Go by how it feels. If you need movement, you could sway the upper body. Or just choose to be still. We're not here as long. Let gravity work with you. Let the head be heavy. Jaws soft. Lips are parted. Think about space as if you could create space, and you can, between each vertebrae. So the more heavy the shoulders, the head, we just pour that upper body over the lower body. There's about 30 more seconds. A couple deep breaths. One more breath in. Let your hands just flop to your mat. Wiggle your feet back in just so your feet are under your shoulders, or sorry, under your hips. Take a halfway lift, find length, pull your heart away from your thighs. And then just bear crawl back out to your tabletop or downward facing dog. If you choose dog again, just take one big breath in, and then we're all going to land hands and knees as we exhale. Okay, so I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to say anything. I was going to say this would be the last one that's going to be a lot of more work than others, but maybe for some it isn't, and maybe it is. I can't gauge that, right? So what we are going to do is turn towards the logo, so the right to the wall. Keep your knees on your mat. It's frog pose. I know, right? So again, people love this, others do not. And so it's to each his own, right? It's everyone see what it brings. So what is frog if you're unsure? It's a really wide child's pose, but we turn our feet out so they're like frog legs. So widen your knees as wide as you can. Bring out maybe a bolster or something to rest your chest or your forehead on. So out to the right side of your mat. If your knees aren't happy here, roll up both ends of your mat so you have extra cushioning. Then, listen here, try not to let your hips go forward out past your knees. Keep your hips above the knees. And then drop your chest, your forehead down towards the floor. And now we go deeper into the inner thighs, opening hips here. For anyone that's just really uncomfortable, no, you can do just a wide child's pose. Aware of your breathing if you've let it go. "90 seconds. In these last 90 seconds, if things have shifted and changed, have you changed with it? Meaning, can you go in more, or do you need to come out a bit? Adjust to what you need, just for one last minute now. Five more breaths. Deepen the next inhale. Try to soften into frog with the exhale. And then let it go. Slide your hands under your shoulders first. Get your chest up. And then just kind of wiggle your knees back together. And you'll turn so your head's at the top of your mat, tabletop. When you're ready at tabletop, walk your knees towards your hands. Cross shin over shin. And then sit down and pull those poor legs straight out in front of you. Give those knees a little tap on the mat. Maybe the feet a little sway. Then we're going to keep the left leg straight. And we'll slide that right foot up for half butterfly. So we've already done full. But now we'll add a little hamstring stretch in it as well. So we're going to move in two different directions in this one. And the first is on the diagonal. So you're going to turn your chest, your torso out towards the right. Maybe take your bolster out to the top right corner of your mat. Bring your hands to your hearts when you're ready. With an inhale, reach up. And then lead with your chest. We'll go out straight on that diagonal. Drop your arms, your forehead. Maybe rest on a bolster or a block. Remember, there's no destination. You're not trying to get anywhere. You're exactly where you need to be. So if you've attached an image of what this is supposed to look like, let it go. If you're feeling something in your body, in the shape, that's all we're looking for, is just to feel. Just a few more breaths with this angle. Okay, keep low with your chest, your head, but pick up what you have in front of you. And now just bring it to the inside of your left leg or directly on top of your left leg. So now we want to be going straight out from your hips to the top of your mat. Maybe a little lift of your chest and then a fold again over the front of your mat. You're into your last minute here. Just a couple deep breaths. With your next inhale, release, come up out of the forward fold. Pause where you are. Pick up your right foot and just put it just above your left knee. So not on the knee, but just above it, that meatier part of the thigh again. This is half of the pose. If you can, bend your left knee. Bring your left foot under your right knee for the full pose, double dragon. So if there's air between your knee and your foot, that's okay. It will either naturally drop over time or you could fill in that space with a block. You might bring something out in front of you. I just like to lean on my shin for the first minute or so just to ease into it. Don't force it. So we're just going to start to walk our arms out in front into your version of double pigeon. Your feet are flexed if you're in the full pose, but also know you can do half that pose. You also have the option to drop your right shin in front of your left shin so you're just sitting cross-legged. Same effect on the hips. And then just lean forward, maybe resting on something out in front. When you find your pose, drop your head low, let the shoulders soften, and just begin to watch your body breathe again. So for some, this could be the biggest pose of the night. For others, they've been waiting all night to get to the hips, right? It's different for everybody. Give yourself a little scan. Notice if you're clenching your hands, your fists, your jaw. Try to let go of somewhere. Just one more minute. Five deep breaths. Last two together. Deep, full inhale. Full exhale. One more in this pose. Wait till your body exhales it all out. And then let it go. Lift up. Slowly again, lean back on your hands and just plant those feet on your mat. We got to get out of these forward bends for a moment. So we're going to take reverse tabletop. So again, lean back in your hands, fingers point towards your toes. And just begin to press into your hands, your feet, and see if you can lift your hips up. There might be a whole lot of resistance at first. And you pause where that resistance is. Take a breath, and then maybe things shift and you go a little higher. Again, don't force it. That's it. Breathing for 3. Deep breaths for 2. One more inhale. Slowly drop those hips down as you exhale. Straighten both legs out. Maybe a little tap of the backs of the knees, a little sway of the feet. Always take as much time as you need in between. But when you're ready, it's going to be the left foot's going to slide up to the right inner thigh for seated tree on the other side. We'll go on that diagonal first, so it'll be the left top corner of your mat. Hands to your heart when you're ready. Inhale, reach up. And then go out on that diagonal so it's away from that right hip right now. And then maybe drop head, shoulders down, or rest on your forearms. Okay, stay low. Pick up what you have and just move it over the straight leg or to the inside of that straight leg. Just turning, changing that angle. Just now, my intention is to feel a bit more hamstrings, the back of that straight leg. Last minute in the pose. When the mind gets busy, breathe more. We're almost there. Take 2 deep breaths. And then let the posture go. Inhaling up out of that forward bend. We pick up the left foot, slide it just above the right knee. We try that on, see how that works. How's the knee and hip feel? Then we slide the right heel in underneath the left knee. So we try to line shin over shin and flex the feet, knowing you have the option to drop the left shin just to the floor in front. Find your pose. This is a deep hip stretch. Last seated posture here. Hands to your hearts. And again, you don't need to lift the arms up. You can just roll your chest forward. Maybe rest the forearms down. But if you want to create more space, and of course, expand, reach up. And then add the forward fold. Bringing yourself down to the floor or to maybe rest on a block or bolster. Notice if you're doing the pose. We want the pose to do us. So there's no effort. Last minute here. Deepen your next inhale. Simply let it go. And then lift the head, the shoulders, unwind those legs, bring them back out in front of you. Straighten them for a moment. Wake them up, tap them, sway them. What do you need here? So that's a lot of minutes in a forward fold. So we finished the way we started, which was a back bend. We started with our legs straight, so we're going to finish, and this is optional. You could finish with your legs straight again, but we recline our butterfly this time. So how we started with something between the shoulder blades is what we're going for again here. So it could be a block, it could be a bolster, something that you can lean over so your chest is elevated and your head is low. But now we have the hips open, the knees are wide here. Bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Take a big breath in through your nose. Sigh it all out. Do that again. Inhale through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. There's one more of those. Inhale deeply. And then exhale completely. Reach down for your knees. Help them back together. Plant your feet on the floor. One hand will go back to the back of the head again. We'll lift our own head, shoulders high enough up to remove what's underneath you. And now we take our back down to our mat into a neutral spine. So no props needed here. What does this feel like? And then before we take Shavasana, we just need to wring that body out. So we take the back bends, the forward bends out. So bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then open your arms wide about shoulder height and let your knees fall to the right as you shift your hips a bit to the left. Just a simple twist. Knowing if your knees don't quite hit the floor, you could put something underneath them or between them. Maybe turn the gaze away from the knees or simply just close your eyes. And then let your next breath bring your knees back up to center. And we just do the same thing on the other side. A little shift to the right and let the knees fall to the left. Just take a few more breaths. And then let that inhale bring your knees back up to center. And then wrap your arms around yourself. And this is a little self-love, a thank you to that body for giving yourself this time for self-care. Curl your head up, your shoulders tuck into yourself. Take one big breath in. Again, a hug of gratitude as you exhale. And then stretch your body long and let your body rest in Shavasana. If you want to add props for comfort, something under the knees, something on the chest, or even over the eyes, just make yourself as comfy as you can for these last few moments. Begin to breathe a little deeper. Do a little body scan, check in, notice how your body feels. Then notice the sounds in the room, broadening your awareness. Take your time, never rush. Only when you feel ready, maybe you'll step your feet back onto your mat. Pause there, take a breath or two. Maybe with your next inhale, you sweep your arms over your head. Take a little stretch to wake up. And then let your knees fall to the right side and just roll to your side and rest maybe your head on your right arm. Take a breath or two there. When you're ready, with your eyes still closed, press up to seated and join me with your hands together at your heart. Sitting with a tall spine, just take one more breath in together. Let it go. And together we say, Namaste. Thank you, everyone.